With LJ and Allie, doing the news with LJ and Allie. Yeah, here at the Wrasslin for Life Network. Hello, everybody, and welcome to your daily wrestling news here at the Wrasslin for Life Network. I am LJ, one half of the Crimson Chronicles here at the wonderful place that has all of the content about wrestling all of the time. So you better hit that subscribe and like button because those help us out a lot. So thank you. And, you know what comes first in this thing? That's right, today in wrestling history, I got two things today. 23 years ago today at Smoky Mountain Wrestling TV taping in Tennessee, Jake the Snake Roberts defeated there's Tony Anthony. I did not read that extra name beforehand, so I cannot say that on 2022 YouTube, to win the SMW Heavyweight Championship. So even though he did not win one in, I think, his run in more popular things, he did get a few championships in his lifetime. And 17 years ago, a SmackDown taping in Virginia, Chris Jericho defeated Chris Benoit to win the WWF Intercontinental Championship. And of course, I'm going to add this in there because it's two Canadian boys. That's right. I always got my flag. I always got that. I feel so proud when I'm like that. They're Canadian. That's us. Yeah. But on to the actual, news of the day. We start out with some happy news here because Rhea Ripley of WWE confirmed that she is dating Buddy Matthews of AEW. That's right, because on an Instagram post, somebody asked, what does, um, it was a very weird conversation, saying a fan asked what Buddy has that she doesn't, and Rhea simply stated, me. And I find that to be very adorable, and I hope that they stay together and live happily ever after as a wonderful wrestling couple, because I love it when people find each other in the wrestling business, and it's just so adorable. So I absolutely love that, and congratulations to the happy couple, Next up is a little bit of New Japan news because of Mr. Juice Robinson has joined the Bullet Club. He is also with a surprise return to New Japan because earlier he was stating, oh, my contract's up. I'm not eager to return to Japan, yada, yada, yada. He showed up and he's joined Bullet Club. So that group just continues to go and grow. And he too sweeted on New Japan. And I guess, even more people are joining, and I can only imagine the type of blood and guts or war games match that will be happening at the AEW New Japan show because Bullet Club just keeps growing. So, on to our next thing. A little less happy news, but I thought I would throw this in here. Unfortunately, Fuego del Sol has been revealed on Twitter to be currently in the hospital due to a mouth infection. I was very surprised to hear this, and it's very unfortunate. He said, I've had a horrible toothache the last few days, and the only reason House of Black caught me slipping. I've been sleeping a lot lately. Anyway, so they helped me get some rest. Been in the hospital a day with a horrible mouth infection. Surgery is done and on the road to recovery. Hopefully, leaving this place tomorrow. Send positive vibes my way. Well, yes, we are sending all the positive vibes to Fuego del Sol here at the Wrasslin for Life Network, and you guys should all send love down below in the chat or straight to his Twitter because, we got to support Fuego del Sol. I'm a personal big fan and love the fact that he was able to get over on the internet just like Danhausen. So I very much appreciate that. Next up, still sticking with AEW here, a former NXT North American champion, Leon Ruff, has made his debut on AEW Dark. And say what you want about AEW Dark or Elevation, but I Someone explain to me why it's so bad, please, because I don't get it. But he originally signed with WWE in 2020, but was released in August 2021. And since he was released, he was in GCW, Terminus, and the Battle Slam Vendetta. So he has still been working since being released, but now he's got a little home at AEW. So Leo Ruff to AEW confirmed. I want to say Leon Ruff. I want to say Leo Rush. Wow, my brain is really struggling with these names that are so similar. No fault to them. It's my brain. Next up is a little funny story with Riddle because he has been spotted with a mystery woman after his divorce, and it comes with a funny little video that I thought I would play. So let's put this here, make it bigger, and
I don't care who had you first. You look better with me. Much, much better with me. Respectfully.
And that is the video. I thought it was very, very funny. And you know, I'm not getting into any drama. I just thought it was a funny and cute video. She's showing her new man off. He is now divorced, so there's no home wrecking or nothing. So don't nobody be spreading those rumors. It's a free divorced free people. They can do what they want, and she's just a woman showing off her new man, and he looks very proud to be her man. So I think it's great. And it's a cute little video. Love TikTok. Sometimes it can be used for a little bit of pettiness, but I think that was cute. Come on, if she could do worse, she trust me, she could do worse. So this is adorable. Women can be petty on the hands of somebody who is petty. We could be worse. That's adorable. So, um, but on to a little bit more of a serious topic. I don't really want to keep his face up here, but this is Chris Dickinson, and I'm just going to make him really small because I don't like him. And unfortunately, he was pulled out of this Saturday's or last Saturday. He was pulled out of a Saturday's. Want to say it's next, but this I don't know. GCW's Into Deep event following a domestic abuse allegation by independent wrestler Christina Von Eerie. Now, this is now a second woman has come forward on social media claiming she was also abused by Dickinson and when they were in a relationship together. And we'll just get his. You've seen him enough. She hopes that sharing these allegations will help legitimize the first story shared by Von Eerie. Now, I know we live in a time where we're getting a lot better with our judicial systems and believing women and victims but I'm aware that there's still a lot of people that don't. So I cannot. I've kind of gone by the model of I would rather defend a liar than an abuser because she could be lying. It's like great, I defended a stupid liar, but if they aren't, then that's an abuser, and I can't defend that. It's more like an oh shit moment on me, like oh shame on me, I guess shame on me for believing the lie. It's much more of a ratio that I'll just yeah. But I understand people do not, and that's what I'm gonna leave that at. There is a very lengthy and detailed statement that the person released. And a lot of it is agreeing and detailing and validating the first woman, Christina Von Eerie's story, and saying a lot of the relationship details. I am not going to go into it very, very deeply because it is very long, very detailed, and very sad. And unfortunately, this is just the news and not an in depth look at this specific person. So I hope that the victims get the justice they deserve, and I will leave it at that because I'm not showing his picture anymore. I'm taking the Philip DeFranco route of if I can show the victims, I will. I'm not going to show the perpetrator of the crime. So, but it's still allegations and still being called out. I'm not a lawyer, but I feel like I have to use those words. Anyway, okay. Now on to something not great, but still something. Nia Jax over here, Miss Jax calls out perverted WWE higher ups for objectifying women. And yes, this has to do with Ember Moon's stance on the NXT women have to dress sexy. I'm still baffled by it. But she says we would have to sit through stupid meetings about how we'd have to dress sexy. Moon said, because we are quoting Miss Ember Moon, and then Miss Nia Jax is going to pop into the story. While recounting her last few months, I remember looking at someone else. I cater to children. I'm not about to wear fishnet booty butt cheek shorts because we had a 2-hour meeting about how to dress like Mandy Rose. That's not fair. Mandy is absolutely phenomenal and has an amazing person, but not everyone is Mandy Rose. I start seeing this downslope as soon as Hunter was gone. Yeah. So Nia Jax chimed into the into the conversation and said, "It's a shame some people deserve to get the opportunity to shine like the star they are, but unfortunately certain higher ups can never see past their own perverted ways. Too bad they aren't the lucky ones who can use blackmail to keep their jobs." Now I'm not sure what the last part is right there. Whoo! Wow, that was something else. I'll look into that one, but I don't know what the last part is there. I understand can't look past their perverted ways to just give the women a part to shine. I get that part. I somehow I understand that part because the people running WWE are definitely higher up in age and would come from a different generation and would probably not understand the hip and up with the kid morals that we got. That's a lot about what if we focus on their talent instead of their butt. Wild idea, I know. But I thought that was very much worth.
Shut up!
That's right, I thought they could just shut up. Not Nia Jax and Ember Moon, but the perverted higher ups that they are talking about. Also, please look into getting an HR department and not have it run by Vince Russo there, Vince McMahon, because I don't think you're allowed to tell your talent to dress sexy when you also want to be catering to PG audience. I'm very confused. I thought I was confused at Twitch's rules. I thought because their rules make borderline no sense. This makes less sense than that. So I would love for somebody to explain to me how they are supposed to cater to children and also dress sexy. What? Thank you. What? Anyway, back to the news because we always got more news here for you, and it's been a busy news day because Serena Deeb has said that she would like a stipulation match in mind if she faces Thunder Rosa. That's right, on Busted Open Radio, she said the dream match would be an Iron Woman match. That's the dream. I would love all the ideas, the stipulations, and all that, but I'm a grounded, technical wrestler, and that's what I do, and she's the same. We're both very technical, and I think an Iron Woman match would be magic. So I 100% agree. I think that would be pure boss woman power. Awesome. Love it. Just pure strength and artistic wrestling at best. So why am I going out of focus? I don't know. But I'll figure it out one day. Because yes, she is a former Straight Edge Society member of WWE, but she has never competed in an Iron Woman match, and neither has the current AEW Women's Champion, Miss Thunder Rosa. Yes. Neither of them have, but I think that is a wonderful show, and I think AEW should jump on it and do it now because it's wonderful. Yes. Speaking of women's wrestling, that's right, Stardom. We got Stardom right here talking about to Dave Meltzer specifically about how they are interested in Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa for a big Sumo Hall show this year. Now, I thought that was very, very cool. And Meltzer added that Stardom would be interested, and I think AEW would be interested at some point, and that there's it all just comes down to, is Tony gonna let it happen? So who knows? But we should keep an eye out on Stardom, because just because New Japan doesn't have any, women's wrestling, we can look to start, like, New Japan Pro Wrestling Company is not like dedicated to women's wrestling. That's what I meant. But Stardom is, and I think it would be very, very cool if they could branch off their New Japan Wrestling little deal onto Stardom and then, build on to the women's roster. Come on. Just build it on. Somebody put Vicky Guerrero in charge. Just of the women's wrestling. I'll be happy. But next up, a little less happy news, but Meltzer was also talking about how the NXT releases that we did a breaking news on are something that seems to be going to be happening more often. Specifically, and this was very interesting, they weren't making the progress that they'd hoped for, the people in charge, and all these trials, and they were bringing a whole new group of people that were going to be a 90-day cycle where they bring in new people and other people are gone. So if you cannot impress the people in 90 days, I guess you're being released for budget cuts, But he also said that Dakota Kai, while she was in NXT for years, felt that she was not good enough. They felt that she was not good enough. She felt like it. And she was not good enough for the main roster, and that Malcolm Bevins told the company that he did not actually intend on signing a new deal next year. And obviously, Dexter Lumis and Dakota Kai and Michael Bevins don't fit into the category, but Harland was the surprising one to Meltzer, saying he is the size and the fact that he's been on TV and everything like that. They were, blah, blah, blah. I was surprised that they took him off off TV 2 weeks ago for no reason, and that's never a good sign. So even Dave Meltzer is like, more cuts are coming, and it seems to be very brutal. Jeez. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of that. But now up for a little preview of Raw, because we always got a watch party going on here. And tonight, SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, and the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. That's a mouthful of words, Jesus. How does like Paul Heyman, he's got the chest area he must have the biggest lungs in the world, because that's so many words. They are set to take over Raw and hype the WrestleMania Backlash 6-man with Drew McIntyre and the Raw Tag Team Champions RK Bro. You can also expect Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins, Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens, Asuka versus Becky Lynch. These, I'm assuming, are for Backlash, not today's thing, but could be for today's, because it is also the New Day versus Usos are advertised for tonight's show, but as the dark main event. You don't actually get to see that on television. Why would you want that? Why would you want to see the main event? I don't understand the show, and I'm not going to pretend like I do. I'm trying, but I'm not good at pretending like I understand what in the world is going on at all, at least in that company. But it's come to the end of the news, so that's right. It is the question of the day, and today I am asking you guys who you would like a walk down a memory lane for, because coming up there might be one of Miss Paige, but who would you guys like us to cover? CM Punk, AJ Lee, Eddie Guerrero? Who do you want us to cover and really appreciate their career? So please let us know down below and even on Instagram because we are always listening to our fans. So that has been the show. I have been Lyra Joe, and remember to comment, like, subscribe, ring the bell because all of those things really help us here and they mean a lot. And it just means you're more connected and you know when the next thing is going to pop up. And because we do content all day, every day. Look at the schedule. It is 7 days a week. We are putting out videos. So I will see you guys all tomorrow with the news. And you can always come back later for the watch party with KJ, Chris, TM, and William. So, and maybe even Allie will appear. You never know. You never know when the little tag team champion's going to appear. So I will see you guys all tomorrow or later, who knows? But have a good rest of your evening, morning, noon, night, whenever you are watching this. So bye-bye.